Genesis chapter 33. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and came with him 400 men. And he divided the children to Leah, and to Rachel, and to the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over them, and he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck, and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes, and saw the women and the children, and he said, Who are those with you? And he said, The children which God has graciously given your servant. Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also with her children came near, and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, What mean you by all this drove which I met? And he said, These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother, keep that you have to yourself. And Jacob said, Now I pray you, if now I have found grace in your sight, then receive my present at my hand, for therefore I have seen your face as though I had seen the face of God, and you were pleased with me. Take, I pray you, my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, Let us take your journey, and let us go, and I will go before you. And he said to him, My Lord knows that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with the young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray you, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly according as the cattle that goes before me, and the children be able to endure until I come to my Lord to Seir. And Esau said, Let me now leave with you some of the folk that are with me. And he said, What needs it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. And Jacob journeyed on to Succoth, and built him a house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city in Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. And when he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city, and he bought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected there an altar, and called it Elohi Israel. So Esau did not kill Jacob as he intended many years ago. Till the next